Hey everyone, Darren Blanco, founder of OnlineThinking.net. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up your custom audiences inside your Facebook account. Let's go have a look. Now, before we get started here looking at our custom audiences, it's important to know a few things before you get started. In order to get started building out your custom audiences on your account, you are going to have to install your Facebook pixel, and I would also recommend to have your custom conversion set up as well. I've done a video on both of these two topics in previous weeks, and you can find the links to those videos down below this video in the description. Let's go have a look at now the setup process of our custom audiences. So where you want to go now to access your audiences is you want to head over to your business.facebook.com or your business Facebook manager. And once you're in the dashboard for your business manager account, you'll see there's a left-hand menu that comes up on the side here. In the left-hand menu, you'll see there's a tab here for audiences. You'll go and click that button over there. Once you've selected the audience tab in your left-hand menu, you'll then be brought over to the next page where you're given a few different options here to create your new custom audiences, your lookalike audiences, and your saved audiences, etc. The two main audience types that we are going to have a look at creating in this video today, we are going to have a look at creating custom audiences using specific pages visited on our website, and then we are also going to create a few lookalike audiences by using some of the leads and a list of leads that we have already generated on our website. And Facebook allows you to download your email list and then upload that into the Facebook platform, and then you can then have those people added to a custom audience. We're not going to have a look at the lookalike audience right now. The first audience we're going to have a look at is creating a custom audience. So you can just hit that button over there, and you'll see the next page that you see here gives you a bunch of options on the different types of custom audiences you can create. You'll see there's website, app activity, customer list, events, Instagram accounts, and there's a whole bunch of options that you can choose from over here. The main audiences that we are going to have a look at creating today are we are going to be creating some custom audiences from our website and specific pages that have been viewed on our website. And then we are also going to have a look at creating a custom audience from any users who have engaged with our Facebook page or any of the posts on that page. So the first option we are going to have a look at is the Facebook page. You can go ahead and click that option over there, and you'll see another dialog pops up here where we're being asked to create a Facebook page custom audience. And you'll see there's a few options here, and the first option here is we can include people who meet any of these criteria, or we can include people who meet all of these criteria. And what that means is we can set multiple different criterias over here, and this is saying that we want to include people who match any of these criteria that we list over here. And if we then change that to all, we are then telling Facebook that we want to generate an audience of users who match both of these criteria here. And you can even further narrow this down by adding more and more criteria here. But we're not going to look into that today. We are going to be creating some basic custom audiences by just using the meet any of the following criteria option. Then what we are going to do is we are then going to come to this drop down here, and we are going to select the action on how we want to add these people to our retargeting audiences. So what you want to do here is just select the relevant page that you want to build the audience for, and then in the next drop down here you'll see that the option that we are presented with now is everyone who has engaged with our page in the past 365 days. Now, what this is telling Facebook is that anyone who has engaged with our Facebook page in any way in the last 365 days, they are going to be added to this brand new custom audience that we are going to create. So what we can then do over here is we can just have a look at this drop-down menu, and we can see all of the different types of actions that we can create audiences from. And as you can see here, we can target or add people to an audience by anyone who has visited our page, anyone who has engaged a post, anyone who has clicked a call to action button or has sent messages, and there are a whole bunch of other different things here. Now, when creating your custom audiences, I would recommend to create many different audiences which are more targeted rather than just bunching all of your audience groups into one large audience. So this particular audience that we are going to create now for the Facebook page custom audience is we want to only target people who've engaged with any posts or any ads of ours. And the reason we want to do this is because we will then know that these people have already engaged with our brand, they do know who we are, and then this is going to give us a great opportunity to retarget this specific audience with some different ads. So what we can do now is we've now selected the type of audience we want to generate here, and now we can just go and name the audience and say Facebook page engaged users. And now this will tell us that this is our audience of engaged users, and we then can target this audience with our retargeting ads. So you just name the audience and then hit the create audience button. And there you have it. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated at all. And as you can see, we already have our audience here. Facebook says it's populating, and this is a small Facebook page, so our audience is going to be small, but the more you keep interacting on your page and the more users keep interacting on your page and the more your page grows, the more this audience is going to grow along with that. And once you've created your audience once here, you don't need to worry about that again unless you're going to go create different audiences on top of this particular audience. Now that we have created our audience for our Facebook page, we are going to go have a look at creating some audiences for pages viewed on our website. So we'll just go and click the Create Audience button again, and then over here we are going to select the Custom Audience option. You will see you are brought up with this screen again where you can go and choose the type of audience or the audience source that you would like to use. And in this case, we are going to use the website audience. Much like before, we are going to be given the same screen that we were before with the option to target any or all of the following conditions. But in this particular instance now, we are going to then just be targeting specific pages on our website. So what you can do over here now is you will see that our pixel has populated at the top here, and this is why it is very important that you have this pixel installed and activated and working correctly on your site, because if you don't have this pixel installed, you're not going to be able to build out this particular website custom audience. But we can see our pixel is working correctly. We've got the green light over there. And in this next drop down, you'll see here, we've got a list of options here for the types of website visitors we can have added to this audience. And as you can see here, we can target all website visitors, people who visited specific pages, or visitors on our website by time spent. You can also see we can target a bunch of our custom events that we've created. So for example, if you wanted to create an audience of all the users who became a lead on your website and completed one of the forms on your landing pages, you can then go and do that by selecting the lead custom conversion. And what this is telling Facebook is that anyone who has become a lead on our website in the past 180 days, we are going to have them added to this particular custom audience. And you can see here 180 days is the maximum amount of time you can have for these particular audiences, but that is usually more than enough time because that is a good 6-month period. Now this particular audience that we are going to create over here is for a au pair handbook or a lead magnet that we are going to be giving away for free. And what we are essentially saying here is that anyone who completes this form over here and becomes a lead, we are going to have them added to this particular custom audience. What that is going to allow us to do then going forward is we can then go and create ads which are targeting this group of audience, and we then might want to offer them the paid version of this product. And this is a very, very effective strategy when it comes to your conversion rate optimization, as well as upselling your existing clients and your leads to other different products and services that you might offer. So what we've done over here is we've said we're going to make an audience of all of our leads, and we are then going to call this leads, and then we might just want to label this what the leads were for. So in this instance, it's an au pair handbook. And once we've named that audience over there, we'll be able to then save the audience. Another way, before we just save this audience, that you can create these audiences here, if you haven't gone and created your custom conversions yet, which will populate at the bottom of this list here. What you're going to want to do is select this option here for people who viewed specific web pages. And then what we are going to do here is just list the URLs of the web pages that we want people to be populated into this audience. So in this example, here is the landing page where people see before they complete the form. And once they complete the form, they land on the thank you page. This is the page where we are tracking our leads. And if you just hit the Facebook Pixel Helper, you can see that on this page, this is where our Facebook Pixel was picking up the custom conversion lead. However, if you haven't done that, what you can then go and do is just go and grab the URL of this particular page. And you can go back into the Facebook custom audience section here, and you can just go and paste the URL. When you do paste the URL, you don't want the HTTPS though. So you might just want to go back to your site and just copy it without the HTTPS or the HTTP. As you can see, we've then pasted that in over there, and this is going to do the same job as what we had set up before. We are just saying here, people who visited these specific pages that contain this link will then be added to this audience. That's the setup for the audience now. We can just go ahead and click the Create Audience button. And you can see here, our custom audience was created. And now we've just been given an option here to go and create a lookalike audience or create an ad which is targeting this particular audience. So now that we've created both of our audiences here, you will see them listed here. This is a Facebook page audience, which is generating from the users on our page. And you can also see here that here is our website custom audience. You can see here it's pending, and you can then even go into the audience to see exactly what size your audience is and when it was last updated and a whole bunch of other things like that. But as you can see here, this is a brand new audience and we haven't got a lot of users in here, so we won't see any data populating this over here. That's it for the website custom audiences. Now finally, there's one last audience that I want to show you how to create, and this is something that many users don't utilize and make use of properly on Facebook, and it's probably one of the more effective ways and faster ways to get started, and that is by using an existing list of leads or customers that you already have, a database. So how you want to go and do this is we'll go back to the Create Audience button here, and you can then go and select Custom Audiences again. You will then see we brought up to this screen again here, and this option that we want to select here is a customer list. Once you select the option, this is just a screen here explaining the types of fields and information that you will need, or that they recommend that you need, in order to get the most accurate version of your audience. They also provide a template that you can download so you can get the correct format of your spreadsheet. And there's also an option here to import your contacts directly from MailChimp if they are your chosen service provider. In this particular instance, we are going to be using a Excel spreadsheet that we have, and we are going to upload that to Facebook, and we are then going to create our audience from that. So what you want to do here is just go and hit the next button here. And this next screen is asking us if our list includes a column for customer value. What they mean by this is if you're uploading a list of existing customers to Facebook, if these customers have spent a certain amount with your store, you can then go and include that value that they have spent with you, and that will then be considered within the audiences and will then be populated with all the data that you are going to upload to Facebook. For this particular example, we are going to be uploading a list of leads. So we don't have a value for each one of the users on our list. So we're just going to select the no option. You can then go hit next again. And then this is just explaining that some of the requirements that you will need in order to use the custom audiences. You can just go and accept those terms and conditions there. You will see once again, we are brought to another screen, which is very much like the other screens that we've been seeing. But over here, we've just got an option to upload a file. They do provide the template for you to download so you can get the right format here. We have already done that prior to doing the video here. So I'm just going to go and upload the file here to Facebook. You will see we've got the file over here, and we can just go and then select that file. Over here, we can then name our audience again, and I'm just going to label this list up upload. So we know the difference between all of our audiences, which are the uploaded email list and which are the ones that are being populated off of our custom audiences. And you can see once we've labeled it, you can then just go and select the next key. And you will see here in this particular spreadsheet we uploaded, we had the columns email, first name, last name, state and province, country, and zip. And you can see here that all of these have been uploaded and mapped correctly to the correct field by these green ticks. And then you can just go and hit the upload and create button. Facebook will now go through the process of uploading your spreadsheet, and you can see here that our customer list has been successfully uploaded and we got 1,009 leads uploaded. And you can see now we can go and hit the done key over there. And you can see here is our brand new uploaded audience, which is still populating because it's a brand new audience. But there we have it. We've now got 3 custom audiences uploaded to our account here. And these audiences are going to be our warm audiences of our users who have already visited our site or engaged with our brand. And these are going to be the audiences that you want to run your paid ads to, and you'll probably find that these audiences produced the higher return on investment here. That brings us to the end of today's lesson, everyone. If you got value from this video today, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button below, and I'll see you again next week.